What's going on, everybody? I hope you all are having a blessed and wonderful day. This is your man Lyndon Britt from successwithlyndon.com, also the founder of Home Run Marketing, where we cover all bases of your business. So it tells me here that Facebook is building up my audience. So while Facebook is building up an audience, I got a little phrase for you. Put in perspective. Put some respect on it, okay? A lot of people respect, yeah. Now respect, put some respect on it. We gonna put a little emphasis on that today. So if you happen to be watching a recording of this, you want to fast forward about 2 minutes, because that's Facebook is actually building my audience. I'm going to be greeting a couple of people, saying hello, asking how they doing, seeing where they're coming from, where they're viewing from. We got viewers from all over the world a lot of times whenever they hop in here, and I appreciate you all attending my live. And today we're going to be talking about, once again, putting some respect on it. So once you hop in, just let me know where you're viewing from. And excuse me, y'all, my allergies are acting up like crazy. They just started all of a sudden. But I hope you all are having a blessed and wonderful Saturday. Enjoying this beautiful weather out here. It's not hot, it's not cold. Got a breeze out here in Texas. It's looking beautiful out here today. So I'm ready to get out and get into it. But I got a nice message for you all today. A nice message. I always look forward to bringing these things. I definitely look forward to bringing these. I hope these things, my lives resonate with you very well. What's going on, Miss Yvonne? It's good to see you hopping on here. Love the title. Yes, put some respect on it. That's what we're going to talk about today, all right? So, got about another probably minute or so. I'll give a couple more folks a chance to hop in here as a greeting. Miss Yvonne, would you hop on? Just let us know where you're viewing from. Miss Andrea, how you doing today? Let us know where you're viewing from as you hop in here. And I always tell people, let them know where you're viewing, because you never know who you can connect with. All right, yeah, I've gotten to meet people from the UK, from Michigan, from Washington, all over the place, all over the world. And I even got to meet some people from my hometown and didn't even know they were from my hometown. So you just never know who you can connect with. So that's why I ask, when you hop in, you let people know where you're viewing from. You may be able to find a nice connect somewhere else. All right, so for you all that are viewing, it's about the time. I'm about to hop in here. For those that just fast forward to this point, just to let you all know, Colorado. Oh man, I can't wait to get there one day and hit the slopes. I cannot wait. I don't like cold weather, but I do want to experience skiing. So I will be going to Colorado at some point in my life. But for you all that just fast forward, for to hop into this thing, just to let you all know, the way I've been led to do my lives, I give a scripture to go along with my message. And the reason for that, you're not here for a Bible lesson, stuff like that, but I don't separate my personal from my business, from my relationship with Christ. This is not me taking the word of God out of context. This is how I apply the word of God to my business. So I always state that in each live, just so you all know. You don't have to message me and say it's not what the Bible means and stuff like that. This is just how I apply it to my business. All right, so we're gonna hop into this. We're gonna come today, and I'm not gonna make this one real long. Mark chapter 12, verses 28 through 31. A lot of y'all may be familiar with this one, but you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, all right? Verse 28, Mark chapter 12, verse 28 through 31. What's going on, Antonio? Appreciate you hopping in here, man. And it states, one of the teachers of the law came and heard them debating. Noticing that Jesus had given them a good answer, he asked him, of all of the commandments, which is the most important? Verse 29, he said, the most important are, and answered Jesus. No, he said the most important one, answered Jesus, and this, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. Verse 31, the second of this, love your neighbor as yourself. There's no commandment greater than these. So my focus is on verse 31. The second of this, love your neighbor as yourself. There's no commandment greater than these. All right, that's Mark chapter 12, verses 28 through 31, with emphasis on 31. Check this out. And this is how I apply this to my business. A lot of time, and I see this each and every day, a lot of times people go in and they're bashing other companies because they're not the company that they're a part of. And this is the main reason why I say put some respect on it. Okay, I want you, if this just happened to be you or somebody you know, I want you to let them know, put this in perspective of taking it personal, okay? And a lot of times people don't necessarily look at it when they're actually talking and they're actually speaking these things out. It's kind of second nature that a lot of people begin to down a company that they're no part of. Perhaps they were a part of it and it wasn't what they expected, so they left the company and went somewhere else, but they didn't have a lot of positive things to say about it for whatever reason. I want you, next time you hear this, tell that person to put that in perspective of their opportunity being that person's mother, father, or their child. Now, would you stand in front of a person and literally talk about their mother, their father, or their child? I mean, just sit there and down them. Oh, they're not anything. They don't do this. They don't do that. Mine is better. It's like telling somebody, hey, my mama better than yours. My dad's better than yours. My children are better than yours. Tell them to put that in perspective like that. Put some respect on it. I love that phrase when I first heard it. And the first time I heard it, I was actually at Anthony Hamilton's concert. It was Anthony Hamilton and Fantasia's concert. And he has his background seems to call the Hamiltons, yeah. And they they actually sung a tune, put some respect on it. And they kept singing that. And I fell in love with that phrase. But it made so much sense to me when I put it into a business aspect, was that people consistently down stuff that they're not a part of. It's easy to talk about someone that's not perhaps, and like I said, I love the fitness level. It's easy to talk about someone that's not at your fitness level when you feel like you're at your peak. All right. If you feel you have a chiseled chest, six-pack ab, you all defined and stuff like that. I mean, I hear a lot of, and I follow bodybuilders. I hear bodybuilders speaking of people that's not in shape like them in such a negative manner. I just don't follow specific ones. Like, look, you made the decision to be a bodybuilder. They didn't. Okay, you chose a different profession. That doesn't mean you begin to down everybody and talk everybody that's not at your physical level. The same thing applies to your business. Because your company offers an extra bonus, or you may be in the same field as somebody in health and fitness, but you provide a service or a product that doesn't that another company doesn't. That doesn't necessarily mean you begin to down and you begin to talk about them and talk down about them, especially when you're talking to another person that's a part of that company. And I tell you what, believe it or not, you may be turning away business if you're talking to potential prospects that are considering your opportunity. Reason being, your opportunity may not be the only opportunity they're looking at. Understand that. See, a lot of people feel when you got somebody's attention and they're looking at your opportunity, oh, this is my prospect. This is I own them. Oh, now they're going to sign up with me, as though you are the one and only person walking around with an opportunity. People that look at opportunities, a lot of times they don't jump to the first one. That doesn't say everybody does. But they look at, exactly, bashing will never get you anywhere. They look at several opportunities. Smart ones look at several opportunities, trying to figure out, excuse me, oh man, trying to figure out which one is right for them. And if they're talking to you and your focus goes from what you can provide to what another company can't provide for them, oh, that company does this, they don't do this, we do this, that, we do that better, we do this better, guess what? You've just lost their attention. I say this when it comes to personal. I talk to a lot of people, and you have to be careful of who you're talking to. And I compare this to friends. Watch who you surround yourself with, because the same person that's talking to you about someone else is talking to someone else about you. So if you're standing there and you're bashing a company, you're letting this person know what kind of, it's almost like you're giving a vibe of what type of person you are. And if somebody recognizes that from the get-go, a lot of times they don't want to do business with you because they feel intimidated. That some people, not necessarily intimidated, but they may feel the minute I do something wrong, this person is going to go somewhere else and bash me. You know, so you have to understand, watch what you say. And when I say, so when you put some respect on it, you're actually respecting other companies. Period. End of story. Whether they're an affiliate with you, whether you're a part of them and it didn't work out for you, even if you got mistreated by the company. I know some folks that got mistreated by the company, not their upline, the actual company. People that actually, I knew a gentleman that developed a training system for a company that's a multi multi-million billion dollar company right now. And guess what they did? They turned around and took his training, turned it into something, did it as though they did it, and didn't give him the credit, and turned around and gave the credit to somebody else. I guess that was closer to the CEO of the company. I personally witnessed that. I mean, I'm not in the room. I saw that happen. And I couldn't believe it, because I was with this company for several years when I first got into marketing, and I paid attention, and we found out where this gentleman traveled to the corporate office, sat down, told him how I was going to do it, because they was wondering how he was growing his team so large, and he went to the corporate and presented it, and corporate presented it as though it was their idea and gave credit to somebody else. That person later on left the company. Not very much longer. He left the company and took his entire organization. Well, most of it. Some people stayed there, but mainly took his entire organization, left the company, and went somewhere else. But guess what? You witness people, when that happened, begin to bash the company that it happened to. And believe it or not, the whole organization that began to do that, they began to bash the company that they left, not a lot of them are in marketing right now. And I could probably say, what's going on, D. Horton? Good to see you. Miss Stephanie, good to see you. And I could probably say a lot of that was probably because of the way they handled the business, the way they presented themselves when they began to bash another company. It might have been a lot of people that were looking at that. They began to look and didn't know the entire story. Now, if they didn't know the whole story, of course, all they hear is this person bashing this company and bashing this company and bashing this company. So what kind of person is that let off to be? You got to learn how to, like I say, put some respect on it and just respect other companies. It may not have worked out for you. I apologize. And this is me apologizing to you for the company on your behalf. I'm sorry that it didn't work out for you. I'm sorry we didn't work out. Look at it like a relationship. I apologize we didn't work out. But that doesn't mean I'm going to go bash you, and I don't expect you to bash me, because in the end, trust me, you're not going to win. It's people paying attention to these things. And more than likely, if you got a prospect that's looking at you and they realize it, guess what they're going to do? They're going to go back. I was going to join over here, but when I got ready to join, when I was considering, I heard them, they start talking about this other company. I was just like, I don't want to deal with that. Because, when you get real business people that really want to do some business, that really trying to do something, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to go with this person talking about this company, this person, and that this is what my fit. So even if they decide to join the company, they just won't join with you. You miss out on a lot of money. You miss on a lot of opportunities, a lot of money, possibly a great organization when you're not respecting other people. So just remember to put some respect on it. As you go this weekend, whatever happened to you in any organization, forget it. Forget about it. Whatever happened, whatever you know about some other company, when you're presenting your opportunity, leave them out of it. Don't mention it. Always work your business with honor. No need to disrespect. That is exactly right. Matter of fact, I can tell you right now, there are several quotes that I put in, and I'm keeping that one as a quote, Miss Stephanie. I will be quoting you. Always work your business with honor, no need to disrespect. All right, so just letting you know, if you hear that in the post, you're going to hear your name in a few more of my lives when I begin to quote you. So just FYI. But you will get the credit. Whenever I say your quote, you will get the credit. But I thank you for posting that. All right. So if this was a value, I ask for the thumbs up, a few hearts. Like I said, I love doing these things just to be able to provide value. And for the most part, for you all that hopping on here late, we're speaking about Mark chapter 12, verses 28-31. Like I said, I always implement a scripture to go along with the message that I do, and that's for a purpose, because that's where I feel I've been led to do it. At some point, I was like, I'm not going to do that, but I got that feeling. You better not. Don't try to do what you want to do on your own. So I'm following my instructions. But there was Mark chapter 12, verses 28-31, which focuses on 31. And I'm going to read 31 one more time before I end this thing. He said, and the second, and he was one of the questions of which of the commandments was the most important. Okay, and he was answering this in verse 31. The second of this, love your neighbor as yourself. There's no commandment greater than these. Love your neighbor as yourself. And as I applied it to business, I'm speaking about other businesses. Love your business as yourself. You wouldn't, and I told you, treat your business as though it's your mother, your father, or your child. What's going on, Mark Dunn? Appreciate you hopping there. Treat your business as though it's your mother, your father, or your child. And more than likely, if that means something to you, you care for it quite a bit. You won't let anything happen to your mother, your father, or your child. You don't let people just come in and just talk about your mother, your father, your child. And for the most part, you don't go bashing someone else's mother, father, or their children right in front of them, do you? So treat each other's opportunity with respect. Keep nothing but positive things. Even if you have nothing positive to say about the company, find something positive. I don't care if you like their logo. I don't care if you like one person in that company. So you know what? And say, because you will have prospects that ask you about different companies. What do you think about this company? I've had that happen to me before, and it's not that I didn't like him. Like, actually, I don't know much about him. I know a gentleman that's over there in the organization doing some great things. He handled up. If you don't have anything positive to say about the company, find something great. Man, they have a pretty cool logo. I like the logo. I don't say you don't know anything about it, okay? And leave it at that. Don't leave any negativity. Don't let any negativity leak out your mouth about anyone else's business. Period. It makes you look bad, not the other company. And believe it or not, some people may test you just to see if you're that kind of person. It just depends on what kind of prospect you're dealing with, because they want to find out, are you the leader? Are you the person that I'm supposed to be following? So they're trying to get out of you everything they can out of you to find out, is this where I need to be? So understand, you're being prospected at the same time, if you want to put it like that. But put some respect on it. When you talk about other companies, put some respect on it. All right, so if this was a value to you, I love doing these things. I don't necessarily do the pitch fest, the call to actions a lot of times and stuff like that. The less you need to convince, the more posse you have. That is absolutely correct. Your job is not to convince people. You present it. It's just like the Bible said, and I have to go in there about planting the seed. That's a whole nother life. Planting the seed. Your job is not to convince people. Your job is to plant the seed. And then how do you water that seed when it goes? How do you water that seed after you plant that seed? You work your business, because your business is showing how that growth happens. When somebody be seeing, you plant that seed, somebody begins watching you. They see you get a recruit. They see you get a commission. They see each and every day you're positive. Guess what? The seed just rooted. It just broke ground. And as you see, you begin to grow business. You're starting to see things happen. Your business starting to grow. You start seeing that tree and that branch is growing. All you did was plant the seed. You didn't have to convince that person. All of a sudden, when that person begins to see that tree growing, guess what? I want to come put a little fertilizer on it. Let me be the fertilizer and join the team. And that's a whole nother life. That's a whole nother life. But I'm gonna have to find a scripture on planting the seeds. Thank you, Miss Stephanie, again. All right, so if this was the value, there's a share button down there by the comments. I ask that you share this thing out. There's somebody that you're connected with that I'm not, that may be out there doing a little bit of bashing, that may need to hear this message, or perhaps they know somebody that's bashing that they need to say, hey, I need you to read this and look at this. Pay real close attention, because this is something I notice you doing. It may be a friend of yours that you could be completely blunt with. Hey, you need to watch this, because he's saying something that you need to hear. Period. Just watch it. I don't care. Find the time. But if somebody you connected with, I'm not asking that you share this thing out, because it could be a blessing. It could be a breakthrough in somebody else's business, and it could just help them grow their business altogether. All right. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful Saturday. Oh, Monday, I am doing a webinar, I'm doing I'm co-hosting a webinar with my guy, Andy, and Andrew Hereford. I'm Andrew Hereford, and we're going over a series of blogging. We've already done series number 1 this past Monday. This upcoming Monday, we'll be co-hosting a webinar, and we're going over SEO strategies to be able to get your blog more recognizable and ranked in with Google and with searching. All right, so if you want to figure out, and forgive me for all the uhs, I'm trying to breathe through my nose itching. If you want to attend the free webinar to look at how you can begin to get your blog ranked higher by SEO techniques, let me know about it. I will shoot you the link so you can register. It's a Monday night at 8 o'clock, and I hope to see you all there. And if there are any topics that you would like for me to cover on live, if there are any topics, regardless of what we're talking about here, any topics you would like for me to cover, make sure you leave it in the comments or shoot me a message. Say, hey, can you cover this? Even if it's a particular marketing strategy or anything else like that. All right. So hope you all have a blessed and wonderful Saturday. Enjoy your day. Appreciate you hopping on here. Once again, throw me some hearts, a few smiley faces, and a few shares. And if you hit that share button, it's going to tickle just a little bit too, by the way. You might find a little zap from your phone. I'm just kidding. All right, but y'all have a blessed day and see y'all later. Thank you very much. Free tips, free marketing tips, successwithlending.com if you want to check those out as well. See y'all later.